Hello, fellow campers. I am very moved this morning to see you and to realize that in just 10 days, you have learned many civic, patriotic, and military values. Congratulations to all of you. I am very happy that you were able to take 10 days out of your vacation to learn something practical as well as values. This is very important for us, and I can tell you that you are the first graduating class of a small part of a large program that will soon involve our entire educational system. And we hope that next year we will be able to start this program. It is very important for us to prepare you. You are the future of our nation. Today Burkina is at war, but the war will soon be over, and it is you who will build our country. No one will come from elsewhere to build it. It is up to you. It is your responsibility to build the country, and it was necessary to start preparing you from now on. It is all the more true that our duty is to see you grow up in very good conditions, to ensure that you can eat your fill, that you can study properly in a healthy and safe environment, but it is also imperative for us to prepare you so that you will not be weak men tomorrow. Because if you live in abundance and do not understand the realities of life, you may become weak men, and weak men inevitably create times of war again. We do not wish that for you, and that is why we must prepare you to face life. Life is not always rosy. You have learned many things there. Sitting on the ground, eating with your peers, these are two important values you learn. Solidarity, but also humility. And that matters a lot in your life. Today, you were able to live together for these 10 days. You learned to be supportive of one another. And that is all we ask of a Burkinabe. Integrity, solidarity is also a part of it. If you are not supportive of your peers, you are not truly acting with integrity either. So always learn to be supportive, to share, and to love your neighbor. It is through love and unity that we will be able to build our Burkina Faso. And I hope you have truly learned this during your 10-day camp. Very happy for you. I would also like you to understand that what you learned there is that we can't always do what we want. Everything is done with discipline, isn't it? If you do or say whatever you want without considering the person next to you, I don't think you'll be able to be together. So living in society means always taking your neighbor into account, considering the person next to you, and not just doing or saying whatever you want under the pretense of being free. That is not living in a society. That completely undermines our social cohesion. So whatever you want to do, you must consider others. You don't just do whatever pleases you or only what concerns yourself. You must always act with others in mind, and I assume that this value has also been instilled in you. In any case, I want to congratulate you and thank all the mentors, everyone who contributed to making this a reality. As I said, you are the first graduating class. This will be repeated in other cities, but above all, it will be expanded throughout the country, God willing, within a year. And that is our greatest wish. Keep these values in mind. Share this with your classmates when school resumes. And even now, during the holidays, you should share some of these values with your friends. And we hope to count on you so that in the future, if this training finds you in your schools, you will also be among those providing guidance, helping the mentors who have helped you reach this level today. Thank you. Congratulations to all of you. And I sincerely pray to God that you have a truly wonderful and relaxing vacation, that you return in excellent good health, and that you can continue to contribute significantly to building our great nation. All right? The homeland or death.
Greetings, family. Remember we talked about, children in Burkina Faso. About 408 children aged 7 to 15 years in Burkina Faso, because they are on holiday. Ibrahim Traore organized in Ouagadougou a holiday camp. And this holiday camp involved these kids joining the Fasomebo initiative, in which the president Ibrahim Traore has started. And it involves a lot of, it's like people participating in a lot of many things to build Burkina Faso. That's where you see people taking cement, we are building the road, they are supplying some things. Even farmers, you see a farmer with a bicycle carrying 2 cements to take to the construction site. It's, contributing together so that we can build Burkina. And the kids were in this holiday camp. They were taught a lot of many things. Like you have seen children, doing pavement blocks. Then they were taught about planting trees. They also learned about discipline, civic education, patriotism. We saw them being taken to the National Assembly, where they were taught about, the civic education, leadership and all that. Because these are the future of this country. And lastly, they went to Ibrahim Traore, and that's why you see the speech we started with. That speech in which Ibrahim Traore is telling them about what they are, what they will be, the future of the country and all that. But now there's a problem. Guys, remember when we reported, we were in the village with the bananas. When we reported this, we said we can copy some of these things and start initiatives. But now we have seen some Westerners and Africans who are alienated to them saying that these are child soldiers. Imagine. I mean, our children are going to learn things for the future, and because it's not United States, it's not in Europe, it's not in Russia, it's not in China, they are being called children soldiers because as guys you saw they were wearing combat clothes. Those young boys and girls, he was telling them that you have learned to live with each other, you have learned how to sit down and eat with each other. Then our own people or some foreigners are saying that these are child soldiers. And by the way, in Russia, in Korea, in Sweden, China, children usually go to learn to be military. They hold weapons. Here, they are only holding paving blocks and shovels and digging tools. But our own people are saying these are children soldiers because they are not, or they are being paid.
Those people were talking nonsense.
Yeah.
At some point, you just need to shut down the noise and mind your own business, do what you do best, and
but
don't even listen to the outside noise because I'm saying Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
For Burkina Faso, I think Traore has mastered the art of minding his own business. He will report what the people are saying, but continue to do what he wants to do for his country.
Yep.
This doesn't bother him. And actually, I have a question because our culture makes us learn skills as young as 3, 4, 5.
Exactly.
So we start learning, we start working like hard labor. At the ages of 4, you already know how to farm a whole farm, planting crops. You already know how to take care of animals, goats, chickens, and all of that. Where do we draw the line between Western civilization and our culture? Because this is an African guy doing things the African way, teaching. These are 8-year-olds from 8 to 15,
seven to 15, they are big.
Yeah, and those are big kids who should be working in farms.
These are the same people who come to, when we are growing up as children, or when we are raising our children, we are farmers, okay?
Yeah.
We are herders, we are miners. So every morning we wake up and go to our places of work. We go with our children. So they learn from doing the way of doing things, raising animals or growing crops from when they are very, very young. But now you see when these people come, they say that this child labor.
Growing up, I used to have siblings who used to leave their home around 6 a.m., come back around 7 p.m., go as far as 15, 20 kilometers to the nearest rangeland to take their livestock. Carried nothing to eat. The only thing they would drink is milk from the cows. They'll be milking the cows from, getting milk straight from the cow. And they'll come back in the evening to have supper. That was normal. Nobody even cared. This child hasn't had lunch or breakfast or supper the whole day. The child is doing well. They fought in the forest with other kids and came back with bruises. When you ask them what happened, so and so took our cows, and he was beating our cows, so I had to defend the cows. That is how we grow up in Africa. It's now that this Western civilization is bringing a lot of nonsensical rules and international laws that prohibit kids from being kids and parents from teaching their kids skills like this. I mean, so I don't see a problem.
We see, especially in towns in Africa, we see kids who grow even without knowing what a banana is or what a corn or anything.
We are in trouble.
So we raise children who don't know how to work. What is the future? And I think that is what Ibrahim Traore is trying to do, because you see, he said it is starting here in Ouagadougou and we are spreading it to other places because he's raising children to be independent, to be responsible. And we talked it in the other video and said this is something that was here. Because you find children in high school don't even know how to take care of animals.
And the problem now that we have such kids, it's easy also to bring these, LGTV, because these are kids who have no grounding. They are kids who have no, I don't know. They have no background that enriches a child to learn skills that will determine, this is masculine, this is feminine, this is how you should be behaving. So when this is a child just sitting at home watching TV the whole day, whatever a white person will come and say, this is the way of life, I'll pay you to be this kind of way, to change your gender, to do whatever, the kid will think this is it, because you have not exposed this child to different skills, different hard labor that will make this child realize that, oh, men do this, women do this, I need to be helping in my community, in my society this way, so that we build a Burkina Faso that has, values, African values that promotes hard work, they promote labor, they promote toiling the land for you to eat.
Yeah, so we get a generation. So we get a generation that is used to sitting down and watching TV.
Yeah.
And after they finish school, they have to, maybe go learn some skill, which they are not even sure. So what happens when they are employed? Just want to sit behind the TV. Yeah. So guys, let us know what you think in the comment section. What should we do to these Africans and people who are saying these are child soldiers?
Very, very useful.
Also, we are always with you. If you'd like to support us, we have Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. We have merchandise. Don't forget, we have merchandise. Also, we have super chat, super thanks. And if you'd like to talk to us directly, we have WhatsApp number or Telegram number for that number in the description, and an email. See you in the next video.